Hey, it's Dan, and welcome to Unified Gaming. So today guys, we are going to be checking out the DK and using it on the live server, testing O console, testing just how it feels. I've got a bit of a montage in the background of the Templar I've been working on recently. So this is kind of how it feels, it's pretty decent. And a lot of this gameplay is kind of just before the patch dropped. I will go onto the live server in a sec, it's just in the background, I'm just tweaking one or two things. But we'll give it a couple of minutes, allow people to find the stream, and then we can go from there. As always, obviously, if you get questions and stuff, just put in the chat, I'll do my best to answer. And obviously likes and comments are greatly appreciated. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of, I think, up for a little bit, so we'll probably jump into the actual game now. So there we go. So I'm on the DK, this is the O console DK. So if you haven't seen it already, this is like the previous build. So what I was running previously, for those people curious, I was basically using whip. Obviously I need to morph it again. I then changed a few things out, but I had like whip, claw or breath, I had coag, I had race against time, I used the banner in the end. So we're going to kind of change the skills quickly to kind of get what we need and then keep the same sets, because I do think the sets are good. So we are using Pyre Band, this is very, very good for DK, like really, really good. One Magma for just sustain. And then we have Essence Thief, which is just fantastic. Its damage, its healing, its sustain is really, really good on O console. So really, really like this one. And obviously we have the O console down at the bottom. I will queue for a BG in a second and just kind of get some skills going so we can tweak things as we need. I'll kind of give you my thought process of where I'm going with this, what I'm wanting to do. And then we can kind of just see how it feels. Do we need more healing? Do we need more damage? Do we need sustain? And go from there, really. Obviously, if you get any suggestions, though, please let me know in the chat and I'll do the best to reply. But yeah, my initial thoughts of the DK with an O console build in particular is you lack healing for just everything. So we are going to respec some skills quick. And we used to use Flame Lash, and this was like a good passive heal, and the changes gives us just more sustained healing. So this is quite a good heal still. There is this new skill called Core Flame, which is really good. I do need to level it up because it was in Hail, it was really bad. But basically it gives you just delayed damage, which is great, but it gives you sustain as well. So I want to try and get this in the build because the morph does give it more healing too. So I'm planning to like use this, and then basically it will, every couple seconds, this will then fire with big hits. That's the idea. So this is quite nice. So is Inferno, so they're both pretty good. I'm going to keep Coag. This is like, we don't want to lose this. This is very good. And we are going to use the wings because this is just really good. When we morph this, it's like snare immunity as well, so it's very, very strong. And then leap as the kind of like execute is the kind of place I was trying to go with. The one thing we do need to be mindful of is, do we want to get off balance or not, and do we need a stun? We don't really have a stun. So I'm just thinking about what we could do to obviously do that. We got Petrify, and then you can go for like Fossilize or Shattering Rock, which is another heal, so I might use this. And I think maybe we'll try this as a group of just skills. Obviously, if you've played around with DK and the changes, I'd love to know what you think. We'll get into a BG quick if we can. It's been a while, but let's see if we can get into one. And I'll just pop down to the stables. Oh, look at BG's is ready, awesome. I love it. So I'm just going to do the horse quick before I forget. I always forget.
Hello.
So, Munders wise, we are using the Atronach. So I think we should be okay. Obviously, if you've got questions and stuff, let us know. And let's see how oh, there's lots of greens down here. So I'm going to go to the right. It's a death match. We're going to pop down and just move around and just see, can we get some people by themselves? Because there we go. That's not here. Oh, he stole my kill. He stole my kill. Randy stole my kill. Yeah, so we're going to basically just see what's our survivability like. That's like job one. You can't stay in the fight. You can't fight. So that's the first thing I want to check. Just do the set still work? Oh, got hit with loads of stuns there. Got hit with mobilize. There's a lot of greens there. Look how many DKs there are. Like so many DKs. So many. Yeah, we're not going to pop down there because that's death going down there. Oh, the animations are so much better. Okay. Oh, got streak, blast bows, blight seed. Yeah, I think I might put on the banner. Get the. I don't have the expedition, so the immobilize, which will really help with this. I've got one. Just when there's so many people there, it's like really, really rough. I feel like we might need a bit more stacked burst, so I might change this core. This core's good. I don't think Shattering Rock's doing as much as I hope it would. We'll grab this one. Shattering Rock did not feel that useful. So in case of anything, reducing the snare, and then completion, they get stunned, and then the damage. I don't. It doesn't feel that good. So we'll have a look and see. I don't feel that was worthwhile with what we're trying to do. Let's go in again. But I appreciate we join a mid, which is always hard mid one. Skill-wise, just looking at the skills, Shattering Rock's obviously changed quite a lot. So the first second it just snares them, and upon completion they're stunned. So it's kind of like the Arcanist stun, which really changes how I used to play. So I do think we might need to switch that out, so I don't think that's really useful for what we want to do. I wonder, just thinking out loud, whether Talons would be better. Because that's a 4-second delay. And like, yes, when it goes off, it does some like damage. But the damage isn't huge. So I don't feel it's worth it. And I wonder whether just running like the dots are very good now. So like the claws, very good if you morph this. I need to level it up, but that's got a lot of dot damage. Or whether we run for like go for this. I don't feel that's worth it personally. I know we can obviously go Poop Rock. I'll try it again once more with As It Is. Obviously this is a start. If you've got any suggestions though, I'd like to obviously know what you guys think. So we're going to push around here. Great, take the speed by himself. I went to go for my leap too early. Went for my leap too early. Yeah, I don't like how Shattering Rock feels at the moment. Blight Seed, oh, disgusting. Played that a few times enough, we have. Yeah, that was quite nice. Oh, I think Blight Seed got me again. 2 leaps, 2 leaps. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Shattering Rock? Like, is it worth it? I'm not convinced, in all honesty. I've done a couple, but this second match with it, I'm not convinced on it. I'm just having a look around to see where people are, but I don't, it doesn't feel like it's that impactful. Oh, he stole my kill. So stole the kill. Alright, we'll push around here. Ooh. AoE. Yeah, so Soul Flame is what I want to get for the core thing. Make this into Soul Flame. I'm going to put a poll up and see what you think. I'm not convinced, like, in all honesty, on it. So, Shattering Rock. It's good. Push up here and see if I can pull somebody up here. We'll get a deep fish out, so many of them. I'd like ult on ult. It'd literally just chase you down. Yeah, I don't, this doesn't feel good enough personally. I need to have a look at it more. Like, DK feels fun. Like, it feels really fun to play though, as a class. So they did a good job nailing that for sure. Blight Seed. Go onto the bridge. I've had 5 kills though. Yeah, I thought I might go more of a dot build. That's nice when that goes off together, it's really tasty. Wow, 3 kills there. I feel like you need to like push it and then let it charge. Oh, so much damage. Yeah, that plate sleeve does proceeds really doing the damage. It's a nasty set that is. I'm going to get to that up here quickly. Grab this. Oh. Yeah, I want to switch that out. I'm going to try a dot, I think. I'm going to try, obviously, this one. Because I can charge this up with the whip. I stole that. Oh, someone. I thought I stole the kill then. Okay, I'm going to change the morph of leap to the other one. I wonder if I can do it in this match. Yeah. Can't really spec why I haven't gone back. I can respec, awesome. That's such a good change. The fact that you can do this in the middle of a match is like really, really good.
Watch over us. The point is lost.
Oh, the fire is fun. You kept running away. Okay, we're 10 kills though, to be fair. Yeah, what are your thoughts on it? On the Shattering Rock? Yeah, I don't know, I'm just... This is fun. And obviously like when you get it up, it does hit quite hard. I'm wondering whether going down the dot route is the way to go for 1 bar DK. So I'm going to go and put this here because I can level this up and then just thinking, obviously this is actually a dot skill now. If you use this, this is another dot down here. It's a long dot, but it is a dot. And I wonder whether using... If I change the fire breath, so my thinking maybe is that we can either go burning talons. It does about 1000 DPS and is an immobilize and it's instant damage. Maybe we do this. Maybe it's this, and then we could use burn and embers when I level it up as the passive heal over time, because you can just use it and it's just like an instant heal when you cast it, which is quite good. I'm going to try that. And I'm thinking maybe going down a dot route rather than a burst route for the 1 bar might be the better play. But I'm curious what you guys think. Obviously, I know we're limited with the skill slots we have, which is not ideal. But we'll make it work as best we can. I think set-wise, I'm happy with Pyre Band for sure. This is fantastic. Like, this is really, really good. If I do my combat metrics, if we look at our damage caused, like you can see the Pyre Band is quite high up there a lot of the time. Like it's doing a good anywhere from 8 to 15% of our damage. There's 7.8. Power band's a little bit lower there, 7.7. 15% there. So power band does a lot of damage. Now obviously the thing we are lacking is that just really big oomph. And so yeah, I'm just wondering, do we lose the healing of the whip? Because the whip is a lot of healing. Like you get an extra 1,000, 1,500 health every time you use it. Like if you look at our combat metrics from the last match, go healing done. Flame Lash is averaging 1,000 to 2,000, and obviously every time we spam it, it's a lot of passive healing. Obviously we've got the Coag for the burst heal. What's nice with this is you also get courage, which again is just like it's another damage boost. It's healing and damage. It's really. But yeah, I think my next part I'm going to be doing like with the next couple of videos is just really like nailing down this DK and kind of finding out for a 1-bar build like what. Is it better going down dots or burst? Like wings is good, you need mobility, so this is a great skill. Makes us tanky, we hit hard, it's just super, super good. He got there quick, didn't he? Oh, look at him. Big streak, big deep fisher. That red mountain. Oh, big hit there. I'm gonna push to the left and just see. Oh, damage buff. That's always helpful. Poison got me. You're right on top of them for that to land, don't you? Right on top of them. The dots are fun, but I don't feel we're getting many kills personally. I might. How many kills have we got? I don't think we've got actually any kills. Oh, we've got 5 kills. The dots aren't satisfying though. They're effective, clearly. You can see the dots doing the damage on him for sure. He's got a acuity on. As soon as you get acuity, it is so hard. Yeah, he went down the route that I went with, the initial Soul Flame and Flame Lash. I think that's a better combo than the dots. The dots are fun. They hit very, very hard. But when you got the choice of like stacked burst or dot pressure, I think stacked burst just always wins. I'll see this beat like match through. He's tanky, tanky, tanky. So much fire with the DK. Yeah, I need to level the claws up for sure. Dots got me with the hurricane and that big spec bow at the end. Yeah, I think we need a bit more burst. But against like average people, the dots are really good. Like the leap into the whip is so satisfying. And the fact the whip sounds like stays powered for ages is really, really nice. The dots are good on them. Like, I'm looking at the damage. It's doing about 1500 to 2k a second, which is a lot of pressure. I just think burst might be better. So we're going to switch our skills out just to try that. I might keep the Syrian Flame though, just to level it up, but also a bit of that additional pressure. Have that speed sigil. I love the speed sigil, that is so good. Oh, his teammate came in and they got me with spec bow. I got 17 kills though. I feel like maybe doing a bit of a mix worked quite well. Yeah, I don't think Shattering Rock is worth it personally. But Core Flame is nice. It hits hard and it gives you loads of sustain. It's very, very good. Flame Lash is just lots of damage. This is nice. I think it's the heavy attack, isn't it, that gets the off balance? Yeah, dealing damage with fully heavy attack applies off balance. We might need to do that a bit more just to proc this second part. Get that going. Yeah, I feel like we are getting somewhere. I do wonder what Poop Rock is like though, as a spammable instead. I was very disappointed with this. Like the extra penetration is great, but I don't think this is that good, personally. And then obviously passive wise, we get a bit of armor. We get this landslide, which is like damage done. We get crit damage and ult gen, which is nice. And we get this off balance thing, which works really well with the Flame Lash. Like, I'm just thinking passive wise, is there something with better passives? Animal Companions gives us the 20% regen, which means we get more stats on the build. Oh, I can morph that now. Can I morph it? Yeah, have a skill. Yeah, so we can morph this. Yeah, so like this is a lot of extra healing. A lot of extra healing. This is a lot of extra damage. I feel like the burning embers might be more useful. Because we then have basically everything heals us. The only thing we lack is like that big burst hit. Can I morph wings yet? Not yet. Just thinking with the whip. Activating different DK ability gives you a stack of steer and heat. That's just like big damage. It obviously doubles the damage, but then Flame Lash. Hitting an off-balance enemy grants 5 stats of Power Lash for 20 seconds up to once every 20 seconds. Activating again consumes a stack to deal X amount of flame damage. I'm just wondering whether it's the smart play to actually keep Flame Lash, and we open with the heavy attack to get the off-balance. Just looking at how the passives all changed now. Yeah, I wonder what you guys think. What do you think of the changes to DK? Well, I'll put a poll up. Are you liking them or not? I know obviously the PvP is just saturated with DKs at the moment because it's new, it's shiny. It's like we had the Arcanist or the Necromancer. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it's good generally? The question will be, they are good for PvP, they're mid for PvP, or they are strong enough. And then others, just like leave a comment. Our BG is already Pringle was just saying it might just be him, but he's not a big fan of the changes. I have 3 and I have no clue what to do with them. For the DK Pringle, is this from PvP or like is it more of a PvE perspective? Because obviously they play very different in my opinion for both modes. And I don't think like you'll be the only one going what to do. But if you joined the stream earlier, we will literally try and let's run lots of dots. Does that work in PvP? Let's dread lots of bursts. Let's try and mix this time around. Let's really look at the passives. How do they actually function with the skills? So like, for example, we need to heavy attack much more with this to then get this juicy bit at the bottom. So I don't think you're going to be the only one in that kind of I'm not sure how to use it camp. Like even content creators are still not banging their head against the wall, but having questions. How the hell do I get take damage at 4 damage? Shield to that. Put my He's got damage buff, and I've got that defense buff. His damage buff is very nasty though. Yeah, my defense buff is going to go, so I need to move down here quickly and get some healing going. There you go. Yeah, that damage sigil, you can see the damage sigil, 10k on that is just, oh. My defense sigil ran out before his damage. But the damage just went through like way higher. down because there's lots of people up there. So it will pull somebody down. Cameron was saying once they do the class rework and other classes, it will be more balanced. Damage is definitely higher, but that's good. People actually die. Yeah, I'd love to get that a mobilize upgrade on it. It's not there yet. I helped get the kill. When you get the heal at the back. Yeah, I think the class changes will be very good. Like this has got a lot more damage than it did, as in damage you can sync and line up. It's really hard obviously on a 1-bar build because you can't get all the skills to line up as easily as you'd like. Yeah, so look at that. I still got stats. I need that snare removal, I do. I so need that snare removal. To pop down. Ah, nobody's got bed. Yeah, big whip. Primo says both. I usually keep strictly one for PvE, one for PvP and PvP, and then a tank. It's like the sustain's gone. The sustain seems like it's been put into active skills. That's what it feels like anyway. I thought I was decided to tell me to get him. Let's just get some distance here. That was a big whip. That was a big whip. He had a stacked whip there. You can see that. I feel like the this would be good if you used melee. The heavy attack on this channel is just too long with the staff. With the melee, you can move very fast and do it still. Got 4-4 in the end. You look at the poll, it was literally split like 33% each way. Oh, I can morph my core flame finally, and that's going to be a big difference. So this interrupts and the final damage is increased. Like, look at that, 6.8. It's like a good almost 25% like damage boost. It's about 33% when it's fully buffed. This is healing, but you want damage. Like this is going to be really good because this is the burst we're lacking. And if we level this up, it will help us with that oomph at the end. Going to Pringle's point about with the sustain on DK. When I was looking through like the passives and the kind of the changes, like combustion, it's similar. The problem is obviously it's when you apply burning to an enemy, so you don't get this. It used to be a really big amount of sustain it gives you. I think it was like 1,000 before, and you're not applying burning that often, so you have to really lean into status effects and like have a really good chance of applying them to get this like sustain back. Obviously, if you're doing lots of dot damage and stuff, you could do that quite easily, but this is not as good as it used to be, in my opinion. I haven't played it, especially for a tank. And then obviously, like this, same as before, pretty much. This, yes, you get increased chance to do burning, which is great, which means you can proc this more, but it's not. It doesn't feel as much, and it seems like they've put a lot of this sustain into this skill, into Core Flame. That's what it feels like. And in PvP, this is great because you use this skill a lot. It's a delayed burst skill that gives you resources back. It's very, very good. The other one also heals you, but like previously, it didn't. You didn't have to do much. Combustion would just proc automatically most of the time, and it will give you a good amount of sustain back. Whereas it's like part of it feels like it's in this skill now. That's what I've noticed, having like played it, and that's just how it feels. Like I know it's not scientific; it's just a feeling. But Pringle's saying that's kind of what it feels like. We'll move this way. We've got our new skill. Yeah, that's the animation I like. It looks better too. He is tanky boy, wasn't he? Tanky boy. Yeah, for PvE I'll probably use one charged, sure. Because it gives you so much more. Where is everyone? Found him. That's why I put them this way. So many of them chasing me. Frickin' silvers. I hate silvers. I will need to have a look at making a flamethrower build with that fire breath skill. Those teammates there. I did well to stay alive that long. Sorry. I had so many freaking silvers hit me almost as much as these ultimate. It's ridiculous how hard they hit for. I don't really use Igni's shield much in PvP, but I know it was pretty decent for sustain and also healing. Obviously nowadays it's not, like, it changed a fair bit. Oh, that deep fish hit really hard. That killer's blade. That was a big execute. That was.
The point! They've captured it!
The point is ours!
So many dots on me. Ah. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Oh, sorry, I was trying to stay alive. Yeah, if we can get the off balance on them, it's really, really good. Because like you hit really, really hard, and once you get that 5 stacks of the whip, it's like super, super good. I wonder whether there might be an easier way to get off balance. Unleash Terror, Magma Fist. It just feels like you can't rely too much on. Yeah, it feels like you can't rely too much on the off balance from that heavy attack. I don't need the execute. Yeah, I feel like this is good for healing. I don't feel it's good for damage. I don't have enough stacked burst. That's what I'm noticing. I've got more than I had, which is great. So like the changes are definitely good in that regard. managed to stay alive at the end. Pringle was saying about the Ignis shield earlier as well. That obviously changed a bit. So previously people obviously use this. Then you move it to igneous or fragmented. So in PvP you often use fragmented. That was quite good. But this changed a bit, and it's because of the passives. A lot of the passives sustain-wise changed. I'll check combat metrics to see what the healing was from the embers. Yeah, so that was like 30% there. Because I was doing it on lots of people. That's how I found it worked well in outnumbered fights. Yeah, my initial thoughts just using this is I don't think Earth and Hearts added enough to our build. Personally, I think we get 3k armor, dealing full damage with fully charged heavy attack applies off balance to the target. This is nice. I don't know if this applies, but we need to have a bit ability slotted, which is the problem. This doesn't work. None of these are good. This is... it's clunky. I can try this again with as a passive heal. We've got Core Flame. Can we morph this? Oh, we can. Sweet. Let me change this. This is really good. Getting like snare immunity is fantastic. Dammy Boy says he likes the obviously DK changes, but what he kind of noticed is that because of like range being so dominant, DK's not that rangy basically, so they kind of struggle. So like you can obviously counter them by sort of range or sneak build, but not more like gap close. It's just not enough speed. I agree and disagree. I think there's more speed than there used to be. Wings is just fantastic. This is stupidly good now. It's 50% damage reduction to projectiles, so you can close the difference and take a lot less damage, which is great. You can't be snared or mobilized, and you got a speed boost. Like it's really, really good. Like this is like basically the ward and wings, but better. You then obviously have access to a decent gap close. You get mage cowardice, so you can reduce their damage, which is pretty decent. And then you can obviously morph to get berserk if you want. So again, this is pretty good. Is it as like mobile as a sorcerer using streak and stuff? No. Is it as mobile or as like quick as a Nightblade and Cloak? Probably not. But it's a lot better than it was. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with having a class that's a bit slower but a bit more like bulky. Like everything you have on the DK just heals you. Your spammable heals you. Your like burst delay skill heals you if you go with the other morph. Your stun heals you. Your burst still heals you. It's just that's very good that is anyway. Like your dot heals you. So you've got lots of things that just passively heal you as you do damage. It's really good. So I don't mind losing a bit of mobility to have so much more like sustain and heal power. You know, I could obviously be in the minority of that. We'll try another BG or two. I've gone to the Shattering Rock again, just knowing how it works. So with a lot of those things, Dan, a lot of them are things you attack. So like Soul Flame, this is Deep Fissure. If you look how Deep Fissure works, this works mechanically exactly the same. Now, if I go to subclassing and look at Warden, Review. This is the base hit is 8,500, and it's obviously I'm not buffed, but this is 11 there. This is 9k. When it's fully leveled up, it's like 10k on the setup build. So this is basically this skill without the penetration. Yes, this fires twice, but you lose the penetration, but you gain all the sustain. You also get off balance as well. That's not that good though, to be honest. So like this is a damage skill that also, if you morph it, it heals you. So there's a morph of it that heals you. Your spammable will heal you just by using it every single hit. And if you hit them off balance, you can then get this instead, which is significantly more hidden and more damage. So this is also pretty decent. So again, like this is a damage skill that heals you. This is a damage skill that can heal you if you go with other morph. You then have the, if we go to the claws, there we go up to here. This will do damage and it heals you, and the damage per second is like 1100 per second roughly. So compare it to like Soul Trap. So Soul Trap typically is about 20k over 20 seconds, about 1,000 damage a second. And this is already at that on a weaker build. I need to change some sets. So this, again, it does instant damage, a big dot, and it heals you every tick. So like the kind of the thing that I'm thinking of is that with this, you get a lot of passive healing in the class now. Just everything you do damages you, damages and heals you. Damage and healing, damage and healing, damage and healing. You're going to use these three skills. Smoking was asked about sets. At the moment, I'm using my previous setup, so I'm using Pyre Band, which is fantastic. This is really good. One Magma for just sustain. You could go with like Bloodspawn if you don't have Magma or access to it, or like anything with armor maybe. I then have Essence Thief. Now the previous thing I did before, which I might do again, is I used the scribed skill Banner Bearer. So if I go down to the support, I've got it here. This is surprisingly good. So if I chuck this on, we get a lot more resistance. We move a bit quicker. So like we can't be snared. And then obviously because we have Swift on our jewelry, we get more out of that skill. So then we've got like almost 5k there. Lots of resistances. Dan Boy says Oak Father does less damage, less PvP than other sets. Yeah, Oak Father's not that good. You're better running Shattered Fate. That's just is more damage consistently. Oak Father only edges out against Shattered Fate against people who have loads of buffs but really low armor. So when I say low armor, like less than 20,000, which in all honesty you're going to get over that anyway with Major Minor Breach and just some basic pen on your build. So I personally skip Oak Fathers. I don't think it's that good. Pringles is trying an OG Dizzy and Swing build with Oak Father and Wretched. Way of the Fire got nerfed, by the way, and so did Sheer Venom. Sheer Venom's good, but Way of the Fire got really nerfed. Hey, you're right, Dave. Disgusting. I want these disgusting whips. Oh, yeah. This might be the better way to do it. Shattering Rocks it's okay, but it's getting the off balance and that stupidly charged whip proc. Oh, that was a clutch heal there. Oh, he got me. I was in the air. I was in the freaking air. I was in the air and he got me. I should probably change my take flight actually, well, remember. Yeah, Banner Bearer is good. This is a good skill. I like this. I absolutely love that you can change your skills in BGs. Like, honestly, such a big quality of life improvement. Oh, well, it's cool that he's glowing. Look at that. That's well cool. I don't know if that's an add-on I got or a change. I haven't really paid attention to add-ons. Ah, I was trying to charge up my whip. I'm thinking out loud here, yeah? We could Nightblade, change Earthen Heart for surprise attack. Because surprise attack procs off balance from the flank. And then we can then just have 5 stacks of the Molten Whip at full time. Which is pretty stupid. Oh, that was a big deep fish and spec bow. You see that they landed together, 22k. At least. Oh. Freaking Nightblades, Wardens. Ah, yeah, okay. I definitely prefer it off balance. I had 3 of them chasing me for freaking ages. Yeah. I think off balance is definitely the way to build this thing. Freaking rush of agony. Hate it. Pulls you in. Let's switch to wings. Let's see if that's better. We tried the banner for a little bit. Try and get me very freaking hard. 17k surprise attack. He must have had the damage sigil on, because it's not normally that high. Healer. That was a last bones, neck bow. Oh, freaking warden mannequins. Go for a quick wing spam, get away from that. Oh, freaking got me go from behind. 15k in cap. He's definitely looking for me, that dude. Yeah, I feel like the off balance, charging the whip is very good. So I think we need to find a way to more consistently apply that, basically. Because this is basically a burst skill. Like, hitting an enemy off balance grants 5 stacks of power lash for 20 seconds, and activating the stack gives you a 50. It basically doubles the damage. Dan boy's going. See, tanky boy, magma armor goes. Brrr. Magma armor's great. Makes you really, really tanky. I like the damage of the ult personally. Standard's good. That's not bad. But having played a bit with it now, I think I've got an idea where I might want this to go. So we've got a few options we can do. We could, I think we need to subclass it personally, because I don't feel like Earthen Heart. If we like did a, what does it give us? Shattering Rock is fun, it's cool. It's not that useful though, in all honesty, yeah? It's clunky to use, the damage isn't high, the healing's pretty okay. The breach is nice, but beyond that, doesn't do much for us. And we can't really proc off balance quickly, because this obviously is a fully heavy attack. When you cast an Earthen Heart ability, you get ult gen, and it gives you crit damage, that's nice, which is a bit more crit damage, ult gen. And this is basically damage done, so it's like minor berserk, essentially. and armor. Now, my thinking is that we drop that line and maybe go to the Warden, Animal Companions. So if we go to, let's go here and subclass quickly. So we'll go to the Warden. We'll swap that for Earthen Heart because Warden has a skill called Screaming Cliff Racer or Cut and Dive. Both work here. This gives you more weapon and spell damage, which is great. If you hit them really, really hard, if you hit them really far away, it doubles. It gives you like an extra 500 weapon and spell damage. This is really good. So we could either go Animal Companions. This is a range spammable. And we basically use this to proc the off balance. By doing this way, we get the 20% stam regen. We get 5% crit damage back. So we only lose a bit of crit damage. We get ult gen. And we get sustain and healing. So when we actually use the skill, it gives us a bit of healing, which is roughly about 1,000, which if you look at the last year, it's 2k, and then when it's fully buffed, it's like double. So if I go here, so it's 1,800. And this can proc every second. So this basically turns this into a spammable that will basically do what this does. But because we can set them off balance with this, we then use this and we get 5 hits of this big hit, which is just really, really high damage. So I think we use this as the burst skill, basically. Core Flame's good. It hits hard. So we can go down that's like one route we could go to get off balance on here consistently. The other option is we drop the ward and go to the Nightblade and go to Assassination. And in Assassination, we have Veiled Strike. You strike an enemy from the flank, so that's the side or behind them, so you'll basically be 180 behind them. You will proc off balance, and then we could go with Concealed Weapon for a speed boost. Or we could go for more physical damage, and it's a guaranteed crit, and it applies Sundered, which is an extra 100 weapon and spell damage, and Minor Breach. So that gets the Breach back into the build. It's also melee, so it kind of pairs quite well. And passive-wise, we get more crit chance, which is nice. We get stuff, like sustain if people die. We get crit damage, which is pretty decent. And we also get crit chance. We get more crit chance. So it basically comes down to, do we want to have a melee way to proc off balance, or do we want a range version of it? The range version gives you more sustain, the melee one gives you a bit more crit damage and crit chance, some more like total damage. I don't think there's any other way that I'm aware of that procs off balance consistently. I think the topple might do on the temp on this actually. This one, yeah. So maybe we could use Toppling Charge. It's a gap close. It gets us from A to B. Major protection. So we could use this possibly. Crit damage, fantastic. Minor Berserk, fantastic. Burning Light, another dot, fantastic. I might go this route actually. Go Toppling Charge. Because it basically covers everything we need. It's just more damage across the board, which is always great. Plus we get the major protection for the defense, and it gets us the gap close. It gets us from A to B, which we do lack sometimes. So I'm thinking, let's try this. Do I have any passives I can get rid of? I need to get more skill points, as you can probably tell. Oh my god, I don't even have that done. Okay, that's a big... we're missing loads of damage from that, not having that on there. Just seeing if there's any skill points I can take out that we don't really need. Okay, we're not using this now, so we can get rid of that. That's 2 there. I need to get some more skill points on this character for sure. Minor perception, minor. So that gives us a major minor protection with that spear now, which is fantastic. Okay, we're not using that. And we're not using that. Okay, you can tell times are desperate because we're like really low on skill points. Okay, let's try this. I think this could work. And this is what I like with the testing part of it, is that we're really trying to lean into the DK, obviously. But we're just using this just to make this hit like a truck. Like, look, it's freaking 16k. It's disgusting. And you get 5 of them in a row. Freaking top lane charge. Bang, 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 bang. Like, it's going to be horrible. Dammy Boy says, what about the class mastery passive tree? Are we going to wait for that? I know Zos are like working on it, which is great. I think it's a really good addition. What I'd be curious to find out is how it works. Like, I know obviously that seems very vague, but the question comes down to, do you need to have 3 skill lines or 2 skill lines? If you have 2 skill lines, are they weaker than if you have 3 skill lines? Is it based on just your base class gets to pick those? And so, because there's so many different variables and those numbers are so like flexible, I think trying to wait and build the build for what could be rather than what isn't going to help. And I'd rather go with what can we do at the moment, and then can we tweak it when it updates again. But yeah, I feel like this might be a good idea. When the stuff I've seen so far, it appeared you need to have at least 2 skill lines. Dan Boy's going, some of them are really nuts. Oh, 100%. Like, if it's me personally, I would love them to have just 2, because it encourages you to stick to your base class, but it gives you that little bit of wiggle room to go, I just want to tweak it just slightly, which is like what we've done here. Like, in the class kit, we don't have an easy way to get off balance, but adding in the Templar skill line, we now do. And so that kind of helps. We could also use the Templar thing. This is dirt cheap and it hits really hard. This is also very good though. I quite like this. I feel like this spec could be the missing thing, like the special sauce, because look at that. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Like, it doubles the damage, and look how much healing you get, and you just... It's just, oh. And then if you use all of them, you get a 7% damage boost. Like, it's just, oh. That looked like yellow and blue. Okay, so we're going to go around here and try to see if there's a damage sigil. Oh no, it's an alt one. We use it anyway, just so nobody else can. Oh, I've got CZ locked. Tried to CZ break. And then Dark Convergence got me. But yeah, did you see that procced instantly? I did that combo. Just literally toppled and had the whip ready to go. So I think we can get people in that one-on-one situation. We're going to have a good chance of killing them. Dead. Oh, look at that. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yes, the point is ours.
Yeah, I definitely think the top lane thing is disgusting. Yeah, I like the top lane. I hit very hard, that did. Of course, to hit with the beam, I was trying to move away from the beam. And I just knew if I stayed there longer and longer, the beam's going to get me really, really hard. Yeah, the class mastery passes do look good. It definitely feels like this new developer team is much more in tune with two freaking tanks. It's a waste of time, that is. Yeah, we won that very fast. That's not a good match to kind of test. But I like the topple whip combo. I really like that. Feels very good. What are the champion points like on this? Crit damage, healing, off balance, and then yeah, that's pretty standard. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, for people curious, the class mastery pass. I'll see if I can put up the post for it. So it says basically as a pure class, about an update 50, so in June. So we're obviously in March. We've got like 3 months for it. With the PTS that'll be coming soon, we'll obviously be able to see this a bit sooner than later, which would be great. Now, obviously, I know they've come out and said kind of pure classing, but it's just what do they define as pure? I'm just looking at on the ESO Hub website. For people curious, this is it. I will just quickly read it, but it says class master passes are a new set of passives coming in update 50, June 26, for players who keep all 3 of their skill lines instead of subclassing. As a pure class, you unlock 5 exclusive passives and can slot 2 at any time they don't use. Obviously, everything is a work in progress and numbers can change. Just have a little look. So if we go for the Templar ones, yeah, you've got Illuminary or Bravery. It upgrades Illumination to give you 300 weapon and spell damage, and it doubles for you, so you get 600, which is great. So when you stand in, you get your crit stuff, do your like AoE stuff, Sacred Ground. You get loads of free damage. When Burning Light deals damage, your Templar abilities gain 2000 damage done for 3.1 seconds. That's really good. That in Radiant Judgment. My food has run out. Let's put my food buff back on, okay? I'll pop downstairs. Ah, got him. Move back here. with the toppling charge, that's like really made this feel good. I tried to roll through away, got hit with the mines. A Daedric Tomb. Oh. I rolled into that. I got aggressive. Yeah, when you get that power lash going on Flame Lash, it's like really, really tasty. That looks like a tank over there. Oh no, it's not. I tried rolling, but the meteor got me. And then she hit up. Look at that. Yeah, this definitely feels way more. This feels the best version I've had so far for the 1-bar build.
We captured the point. We've taken the point.
You can just teach a wail on someone. That's actually stupid how much damage you get. Yeah, that is like, that feels like a cheat code. Ah, I'll take that kill. Oh, Tanko. Yeah, this feels like really, really not disgusting. Oh, power lash going again. Yeah. This is. Yeah, this is by far the best version I've got on this build. Freaking that guy spamming these negates everywhere. Ah, did you see it? They're being able to have 5 basically molten whips at once. It's not particularly fair, is it? Go for a stun. Big whips. Ah, look at it, look at it, look at it. Oh. I did not want me to do that. That was not wise. I've ulted in the freaking mines. Ulted in the mines. And then I got the beam. We had 20 kills that time. That was a pretty good match. Yeah, I think we've found something there. That's not fair. That does not seem. Power Lash. If you look how much I was. Flame Lash is my base ability, by the way, and that did 7% of my damage. I had 30 hits with that. I had 47 hits with Power Lash. I had more hits with the charged ability than I did with the basic one. That's ridiculous. In like such a good way. Spike said, could this work with Rush of Agony? Might be super toxic to wail on them while they're getting pulled. Yeah, you could. Like, I don't think Essence Thief is actually helping massively. Like, we're picking it up from time to time. If we look at down here, we've got about 30% uptime on it. It's not huge. And if we go to here, 23%, 20%. Don't even see it on there, so that's not even good, is it? Oh, and that one. Yeah, so it definitely looks like the Essence Thief is 32%. Because of how mobile we are now with Toppling Charge, like we're literally jumping in, bang, bang, bang with those whips. It feels like we're not really getting... We're not using Essence Thief enough for it to be worthwhile, in my opinion. So I think I need to change this for something better. I do think Pyre Band is still fantastic. If we look at our damage done, the damage caused, our Pyre Band is doing a consistent 10 to 15%, 7.4, 9%, 13%, 10.7, 10.4, or that the person died quick, 12%. That's the Pyre Burst with heavy attack on it. So it definitely feels like Pyre Band is helping for sure. And I think that's helping them keep the pressure on them because each time we attack, this will proc once. So it's basically like an extra 1,000 damage in your light attacks. So it's kind of like having Way of the Fire, because that's 2,000 damage on every other second. There's like Way of the Fire, but it's every single second. And you can apply it to lots of targets. So I do think this is worth keeping still, and the poisons. I just need to think now, what do we change for the sets? Like, what are we missing in there? Don't think it's sustain, personally. I think it might be defense. And if it is defense, then we can just change the set. That's quite easy to do. But I would like more damage, I'm not gonna lie. So we either go down for more damage and defense, like Rally and Cry, because we have so much passive healing from this and namely this, we're going to be proccing Rally and Cry consistently. So I wonder whether we do something like Pyre Band and Rally and Cry as the build, because the crit resist is going to be great. It gives us like tankier, the damage is just more damage, so damage is great. And then we kind of basically get the best of this. Yes, it's not as much damage as this, but you get a lot more mitigation. I'm just thinking, I really like the Adric Spear version. It's a good stun, it's easy to use. Gets us into them. We hit really hard with all these passives, like these are really great passives for what we're trying to do. The question is, do we try the Warden, Nightblade? I don't think the Nightblade will be as good as that, but the passive's just not as good. And then obviously the Animal Companions, yes, dive is good, we can proc it at range. We still need to be next to them, and you have to do it as you move to them, if that makes sense. It's a little bit awkward to use. You get good healing with it, you get loads of sustain, a bit of ultra, and a bit of crit damage. I do think... I think the top lane is better. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Like, we are limited to 5 skills. There is nothing we can do about that. I fully get that. But do you think there's something else we can do to just make it skill-wise? This is like better. So I'm going to put the poll as what skills would you change? So it'll be toppling or Cliff Racer. Keep toppling. DK, Shattering Rock. Other, Nightblade, Seal. Let's just price that produce. No, probably go Concealed. Choke's the price. So we're just thinking out loud. Like, with the build so far, if you've just joined, we've been keeping the same sets as the old PvP DK build, and we've basically been playing with the skills to find what are the best skills with 5 skills, Oakensoul, and like embracing the new changes with the view that yes, we want to ideally pure class if it makes sense. And when I was doing this, what I was kind of finding is the Earth and Heart skill line on the DK. So if we do a quick respec, we're not going to change it, but it'll let you see the tool tips. So if we look at the Earth and Heart on the DK, there's not any good skills here. Like, yes, you've got Mortal Weapons of extra damage every other hit. You've got Petrify. Fossilides adds Immobilize at the end. This adds some healing and do it damage. And then passive wise, you've got armor. You've got this like 10% damage boost when you're fully buffed. You got a bit of alt gem and some crit damage, and you got heavy attacks. So off balance. The off balance makes whip go like stupidly OP. But the stun isn't like, it's not instant, which is the problem. It's not like you fire it and it's stunned straight away. It's got a charge now, like the Arcanist one. I rolled too much. I got greedy. I rolled too much. I keep forgetting I'm not on my Nightblade, but I can just roll for like days. Ah, oh, big whips there. I got greedy. I got greedy. Trying to get him into so much healing from his bait. Okay, I won't push as greedy with this. Now let's grab the relic. Is there a sigil around here? Looks like. Nah. I got the relic. What? Did my bit for the team. I feel like we need to actually go back and get it. If you change Cliff Race, it would be like a dragon sending small dragons to fight. I held on so long. Yeah. Ah, they're both dead. Oh, that's 7 kills. Yeah, we could try the cliff raise. I think that would be fun. But I do like the this just by changing to toppling just feels way better. followed me. Indeed. I get the relic. Freaking tank bots. Oh, I tried getting it. Yeah, this feels way, way better. Oh, they got me, they got me. Yeah, this definitely feels like the best version of the DK I've made so far. Like, by quite a margin. Just the ability to speed in. I'm quite at the back, just literally spamming it. Just spam and block everything. Just. Who was it? Was that Templar dude? I think it was him up here. Like, it didn't do much on the scoreboard, but basically won the game. Lamb Stemmen is asking, what sets are we using? The sets aren't like fully fleshed out, but the skills are. I'm really, really happy with the skills. I will try though just to experiment. The Nightblade. We are basically trying to find the best way, and what I found with the changes is Flame Lash is like freaking OP. This is stupidly good in such a good way. Like it feels like you're cheating. That's the only way of describing it. So when you hit somebody with it, you get a bit of healing. But if you hit them when they're off balance, you get 5 stacks of Power Lash, which you can just spam 5 times in a row. It does double damage, and it heals you for like 5 times the amount. It's like really, really strong. And when you use it all up, you get bonus damage afterwards. And so we basically need a way to proc this reliably, because this is our burst skill. For people curious, like why wouldn't you use Molten Whip? Yeah, let's entertain that for the moment, okay? Mortal Whip, it does 8.8k, and when you charge it 3 times, it does double damage. So 17,000 damage, yeah? And you've got to charge it again. Or I go with Flame Dash, which does 16,000 damage 5 times in a row. Do you see how stupid it is? And it heals you every single time. So you can just, if you can proc off balance consistently, you can do this crazy amount of damage. So that's what we're really building into. Which I am all for. I think this is fantastic. So that's kind of where we're going with it. The sets though, we are using Fireband. Fireband's great. It's just loads of passive damage. It's a very good set against good players. People who are tanky, it helps whittle them down. We're using Essence 3 for its healing, its sustain, its damage. It's like 3 in 1. I don't really proc this and use it as much as I want to though. So I'm probably going to switch this out in all honesty. I'm not, if I keep with the top lane charge route. We are using top lane charge because it gives off balance instantly. You get major protection, makes you tanky, which is fantastic. And then you also get minor protection as well, which is more tanky, and minor berserk. You then get obviously burning light, so just 3 damage. You get more damage and more armor, fantastic. And you get more crit damage here. Like literally, this thing is like stupid. So I'm really happy with how this is because it gives us just lots and lots of stuff. And then we could, like, if you want to go really tanky, put on the banner skill before, and then we got like 27k resist, which is pretty decent for an open build. And then we've got 5k spell damage or weapon damage. And like if we use this spec, we get minor resolve, we've got bonus damage for speed, we can't be snared or immobilized at all times, which is great. So if top lane charge, we might not need the wings that we were using before. So we've got a few ways to like test this a bit further skill wise, but I really feel like we're getting somewhere now, which is great. The poll is saying like maybe Nightblade concealed weapon or surprise attack. So I will give it a go. We have how much? We got 1300 stam regen, so a good amount of stam regen, which means we could probably go the stam route. So we're going to subclass it. Go to the Nightblade assassination. Drop the Ajax spear, which I do think is better personally. Just my personal thoughts. I'd love to be proved wrong though. And then if you go surprise attack, always apply sundered and deals guaranteed critical damage when flank enemy. Alam says he's running a very similar setup but using the class mastery on banner for super tanky. Yeah, I have class mastery on banner. So. Oh no, I don't. I have the speed thing.
I've done more than here.
I probably would change the class mastery though now that the thing has changed. Go to Scholarium. Yeah, I'll probably do 1 BG with the Nightblade, maybe 2. I don't think Cliff Race is worth it, just thinking about it. Because you've got to do it at range and then you've got to run to them to hit them whilst. The only advantage is you get a ranged hit, I guess. So if they are running away, you got a ranged spammable. Let me have a little look, see. Banner bearer. Because I like the immobilized. This is fantastic. Like this is Snow Treaders in a skill. It's stupid good. For each enemy within 8 meters, you gain 51 spell damage and reduce damage taken by 2%. So I went the Cavalier's Charge because I was using this as a pseudo race against time. So what I did is I used this, which is basically the more speed you have, the more damage you do. And then what I then did to make it better is I went to my jewelry. Instead of using Infuse, I used Swift. So yes, this is like 7, 14, 21% speed boost, which is great. And when I was doing this way, I was then able to benefit from this middle bit. So it kind of was like a way to get race against time without having race against time. And what was quite good with it is you couldn't be immobilized, so it was always on. The only downside is you had a little bit of loss here, but it's very negligible. You never noticed this, in all honesty. And you got the extra regen if you had these passives on. So that's how I used that, and I found that was pretty effective. Where is my armory man? Because I am very happy with the skills, generally. So we're going to update this. And then I'm just thinking, I want to just have a look at the Coop Rock. Don't think it has off balance on it. Magma Fist converts into a stamina ability that deals damage instead of shielding. Enemies that take additional damage from all sources. It's spam ball damage. Hitting enemies at max stacks of heat shock with this ability increases damage done. This the next cast of this ability within 6 seconds was 66% up to once every 6 seconds. So this is quite cool. Basically it's 1, 2, 3 deep fissure, 1, 2, 3 deep fissure. That's basically what this is. But again, it's not off balance. And I do really feel we need the off balance for the whip. The whip's just way too good not to utilise. I know this feels like we are on the right lines of the build. I'm also mindful it's midnight where I am. So it might be that maybe we don't get many more people or many more BGs because it's quite late in Europe. I'll give it another 10 minutes or so, and then if not, kind of call it there. Lemon says the first skill you used for off balance was the destructive staff AoE scribing with 5 seconds done and off balance, but Templar route is easy to proc. Destruction. Oh, BG's in there. Have a look at destruction staff. I'm still leveling it up. I know you can use Force Pulse to crush and shock to proc off balance. Bit awkward though. And I know the status shock, if you use Wall of Elements, the concussion can get off balance, but unless it's, you said a scribed one. You did maybe Willed Soul? I can check inside with the superstar thing. Yeah, do you mean the Willed Soul, the Soul Magic one? They go into here, Scribing Simulator, Willed Soul. And let's go like fire damage, for example. Oh, the elemental explosion. Lingering Torment. None on there, which is not helpful. Maybe Contingency has off balance on it. What about Soul Burst? Yeah, that's the problem. There's not like a good way to get it. Off balance is quite hard to proc actually. I don't think this is going to be as good, by the way, guys. I'm just giving you a heads up. I would love to be proved wrong, though. There's so many there. I'm not going to do that.
We've taken the point.
Yeah. The ones that kind of came to mind was Templar, Nightblade, and Warden. Cliff Razor, surprise attack. I tried to roll it, but I was hit by the wall. I went to try and roll, but because I was by the wall, I couldn't roll. And then the freaking Maw got me. Yeah, trample has... It's just like there's no... Apart from topple and charge, I didn't find there was a consistent way to proc it. Like with this surprise attack, I have to get next to them, behind them, hit them, and then whip them. And because I'm not stunning them when I do it... Yeah, like... Just... I'm really not feeling it. When I die again, I will switch it out and just show you the same map, that match, same people, but I'm just going for topple and charge. Because I could gap close then, I could go for a kill. Yes, I'm killing people, but it's a lot more harder than it ought to be. It's almost got me. Yeah, I'm going to switch it out quickly and I'll respawn. Just have a little look at kind of... Again, so we're switching it back. Be curious to see what you got. Got our there, go. Okay, so top and charge is back on. Let's see how that works. Like, way easy to kill. But I think that because I can move next to them, I can just get the damage straight in on them. I could just jump straight on them again. Whereas like with the Nightblade one, I have to get next to them, and it's quite hard to get behind them and get them off balance. I mean, all at the same time. Whereas this, like, you just hit them and they're off balance. And then what's nice is as you use it, you also get a lot of mitigation. Like, you become really tanky because you've got the major and minor protection from this. Major protection here, which is great. And you got minor protection from here, which is great. Spike says, do you have Source of Breach? I don't, unfortunately. I was thinking about swapping out Essence. It's not doing anything for us. And maybe if we swapped it out for a Shattered Fate, because there's a lot more penetration, it's a 7k pen. I think we have sharpened on here. Yeah, we do. And we could change this for more. I do have maces. I could use like maces here. And obviously I get the extra, I need to level up a bit more. 50. I'd get the extra penetration there, which would give us more pen. But like the difference between the maces I find straight 2H and the lightning staff in actual damage is not that much. And I personally prefer the range to be able to like light attack for ult gen. But I personally would keep the staff anyway.
Well, this one here is it's broken anyway.
We're missing a few passives. Let's go get a few passives from here. But yeah, I think, you know, not to sound like cringy, but having more penetration would help, for sure. And like we all know in PvP, you can never get enough penetration. because people are just tanky. These are. Go on, move search budget. Ability that we won't get that. That doesn't work. It's only this one that will help us a little bit. It's something we don't have. Shows you on your offensive stats rather than health. Good. Goes for an additional 5k over health every 5 seconds. Keep that one. Just seeing if there's anything else we can change. That's like a 10%. It's pretty big. Massive shield. I think massive shield is more useful for just general play. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what else we could do skill-wise to just make this better. Like I'm missing like things. I'm missing like a bit of penetration from here. I'm missing a fair bit of passive-wise. Really heavy tackle. Combat frenzy would be good. You can see like where I'm like PvP and on a budget. Need to do my alchemy as well on this character. Yeah, if you didn't see, guys, I did try the surprise attack one. It was not good. It was really, really bad. Like really bad. I can't stress how bad it was. But I feel like we are getting somewhere with the sets and the skills. And I think the thing we need to just bear in mind that this is an open source build. Like, as an open source build, you don't have a lot of slots for like survivability or utility. And this feels like we've got really high damage, which is fantastic, and it also gives us just good survivability and healing. So like, you know, 1v1, I feel like I'm pretty like. It feels very good against other players in a 1v1. Like, yes, our resistance are a little low, but because of the extra things we get from the spear, the major, minor breach, it does help. We could change, in all honesty, these to be infused and go for more damage. Which again would help the damage because even more burst and more healing because our damage scales with damage, our heal scale with damage. So we've got like ways we can go with this build for sure. Anybody else coming in? Nope, nobody's coming to there. Okay. I'll take the damage boost. I tried to go for it. I hit really hard. Unleash terror. Yeah, I feel like I've got a few things we can do. That's annoying. That is really freaking annoying. They've added that. Because that wasn't there before. There's a lot of fire down there. Can I pull somebody down here? No, is the answer. Nobody wanted to come down here. I don't get it right. Unleashed in wrath of the elements. Got procced to death. They've also looked like they've taken the full damage protection off from there. You used to take very little full damage from there. Yeah, I definitely like the toppling charge. I walked into that. Oh, I literally walked into that. I walked into the spec bow and went for the toppling charge, and the overload just came and got me. Speed boost. Ah, freaking proc. I had to go for the thing and the freaking snipe got me. Got him. Got him. I had a triple kill with GK. That's great. Yeah, definitely feels the way to go. We need to work on the sets next, but I think skill-wise, I'm very happy with this. Because like 1v1, you've got the off-balance. You get the really big hills, which is great. You've got the delayed hit here, which is great for just normal hits. That's really good. Then you got the big burst heal. No, I'm probably going to call it here, guys, because it is 12:30 midnight where I am, so 12:30. I feel like we've made a really good dent on kind of where we want this to go. I think we just need to round off these sets. I don't think Essence Thief is worth what we're trying to do, and I don't think we need these glyphs, these traits, sorry. But the question comes down to what do we swap it for? I do think Pyre Band's worth considering keeping, but maybe we'd switch that out for something else as well. It's a very, very good set. Very, very good set. Hey, Caitlin's become a bronze donor. Cheers for the support, mate. That's really, really generous. I will definitely be getting this video out as soon as I can. But yeah, this feels like it's going in the right place. So for people curious, I'm probably going to switch out Essence Thief, maybe go Shattered Fate, maybe go Ethereal Ascension for more armor and just make it really tanky. Because if we go Ethereal Ascension, you are super, super tanky. I'll show you that. That is a crafted set for people curious, so that's always quite nice. I think I need to go to a guild house. Let me go to a guild house quick and I'll show you it before I go. Where is the guild house? There it is. Yeah, so my thinking is maybe Ethereal Ascension for really high armor, just so you just stay alive ages. Rallying Cry for a mix of damage and armor, so again you stay alive because of the crit resist. A little bit of damage, so again that helps healing. Shattered Fate for really high damage. That'd be really good to just have that really good damage against better players. Yeah, and I don't think we need Essence anymore because we don't use it enough. Personally. But this was the set I was thinking of, the Ethereal Ascension. So yes, it makes things cost a little bit more, like block, sprint, dodge, break free. But you don't really notice that, and in all honesty, because we're toppling charge and so much, we're also got our wings to give us snare immunity and stuff. And immobilize immunity. We won't really feel the impact of this, and this is 10k armor. So if you chuck this on now, we'd literally go up to, what's it, about 33k armor? Yeah, 34k armor would be our armor cap. And I don't think our damage will change massively because this doesn't give us much damage on these 2, 3 and 4 piece. It's only this bit that does. And if you look at their last battleground, if you look at the set we were using, we had a Rallying Cry from somebody else. I'm trying to find, I can't even see Essence Thief. Look, 1%. That was obviously the final bit, but even still, it's not on there. Oh, there it is, 46%, so it's up for half the fight. Up for 15% of the fight. So it's just really inconsistent because of how quick we are moving around the fight. We don't get enough out of it. Yeah, so my thinking is that we do something like these skills. I'm even questioning Pyre Band, to be fair. Let's look at Pyre Band. Look at the damage of it. It's doing 600 a tick. Which I don't think that is that good. So maybe we drop Pyre Band as well. So we could do maybe something like Shattered Fate with Wretched Vitality or Ethereal Ascension. Shattered Fate and Ethereal Ascension even. Because we've got so much sustain built in the class kit, I feel like we could sustain that and we'd have way more penetration, way more armor. We lose a little bit of the Pyre Band damage, which isn't huge for what we're now doing. but then we get the benefit of everything gets harder. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking with it. I'm thinking maybe we definitely drop Essence Thief. We're not using that enough. If we go down the top limb charge route, which I think we should, it just makes Flame Lash like on steroids. And at that point, we might as well just be very, very good. So yeah, I'm going to call it here, guys. If you get any questions between obviously now and the next video or stream, let me know in the comments below. I'm just going to put some gameplay on the screen, but I want to say a massive thank you to all the people that do support, likes, comments, subscribes. It really, really helps out more than you realise. And if you like what I do here and you want to support, I do have a membership. You can join on Patreon or on YouTube. You get access to videos early, exclusive builds and guides, and much, much more. But with that said, I'll catch you next video or stream. I'm saying thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and bye.